Hey, Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash, the honors to my teachers. Excuse me, the head apostles and elders, the great millstone, Kazak Shalom to the full elect. It's the brother Liash from the church here in Cleveland. I brought us all back with another edifying lesson. This lesson was inspired by a picture, lesson was inspired by this picture right here. This is another instance of Esau's gradualism. He's out and about in the community. The point being is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I made thee a watchman into the house of Israel." Or I think about Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. We are watching from a spiritually high vantage point. We have the eyesight, so we're able to see things like that picture and apply the precepts to do what? Give them a warning. And by them, I mean the house of Israel. Before, the Lord ushers in judgment. So it says, Ezekiel 3:17, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me." So what do? You put the precepts in the correct context. And as a prophet, as a man of the Lord, you make a video. Or you go on the highways and hedges, the chief place of concourse. And you use those same words to edify. Verse 18, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will acquire thy hand." So, if you don't issue the warning, the blood's on your hands. Verse 19, "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." So, once the warning is going out, the blood is off our hands. That RFID, radio frequency identity. I asked ChatGPT, what is the mark of what? Comes from the book of Revelation 13:16 through 18. There are a few interpretations, so read all this for yourself. Ask ChatGPT for yourself. But I'm going to the third one. The other believer points to a future system where technology, currency, or ID, like blanks, digital currency, or surveillance systems, could be used to control society, forcing people to choose between loyalty to the Heavenly Father or allegiance to an anti-Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai system. And we are here saying this boldly, 10 toes down, 10 toes down, that Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai is dealing with our apostles. Start with Elder Apostle Har on down. The Lord is dealing with the different camp heads and bishops throughout the regions, because we said this before there was a ChatGPT. Second Corinthians 2:11, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, if we are not ignorant of his devices." The physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And a device is a wicked plot or invention And to be ignorant means to not know or to not be aware of. And the scriptures let us know that we have enemies. The scriptures let us know that Esau Edom is our chief enemy. Pursuing Psalms the 83rd chapter, Ezekiel 35 lets us know that Esau has a perpetual hatred towards us. So that in conjunction with the Revelation 13, we know that he's going to creep in with his subtlety. You know, that serpent in the garden has evolved into a great dragon. And the last big event, I should say, that's on the horizon as far as prophecy is the mandatory implementation of the CHIP. And it's instance of the gradualism, just like the RFID thing we saw when we were out and about. It's another way we're not ignorant, because the same way it's going to be up there in another chief place of concourse, the same way it's going to just casually pop up at a school one day, the same way it's going to casually pop up a lot of the lending institutions, the grocery stores, Amazon Go. Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that he is Esau Edom, and cause, go to that word, it means to mandate, to make an author of a thing, Boyeo, be the authors of, cause, to acquire, to make a thing out of, to render, constitute, appoint, mandate, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So put it in terms Jake can understand, everybody and your mama, to receive a M-A-R-K in their right hand or in their forehead. Let's go into that word mark. First definition is karakma. A stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hands of the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. And just like we know, it's not just one anti-Messiah. Real quick, we can breeze through all of these. Ain't no rush. 1 John 2 and 22. Who is a liar but he that denieth that Yahushua is the anointed? You go into that word Christ in the Greek. That word is like nails on a chalkboard, almost worse than the main word before it. But it goes into the Hebrew word Mashiach. Or brothers say Hamashiach, the anointed. So who is a liar but he that denieth Yahushua, Hamashiach? He is anti-Messiah that denieth the Father and the Son. 1 John 4:3 to back that up. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahushua Hamashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. And this is that spirit of anti-Messiah, whereof ye have heard that it should come. I'll read up for context. 1 John 4:2. Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua Hamashiach is come in the flesh is of the Heavenly Father. We're on one accord. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahushua is come in the flesh is not of the Heavenly Father. You're an enemy, even if you are of the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right now, you're not in your right mind. And those missiles, when they come, are going to put you out of your misery. And this is that spirit of anti-Messiah, where ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. 2 John 1 and 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world who confess not that Yahushua is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an anti-Messiah. And going back to that Chat GPT in due time. I want to go back to these definitions. But I brought that out for the first biblical usage, subsection A. It says, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah, because that's Christian dogma. It's not just one anti. We prove with 3 precepts that anybody who denies that Yahweh is the Father and Yahushua is the Son, that they are in the anti-Messiah, the anti-Yahushua spirit. The mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolaters' images. So these are the definitions for charagma. So this is how we know that it's not a possibility that the MOTB is prophetic, futuristic, and physical, but that is definite. It's not symbolic. It's not sin. It ain't white women. It's not an embargo. That's fucking stupid. The next definition is Karax. It says a pale or stake, palisade, rampart, and think about the movie Braveheart. Some of those kind of like medieval movies where you see the palisade, the stake in the ground. It comes to a point, and that's the same shape as the delivery system, the hypodermic needle that they'll use to administer the C-hip. So Karax, we went from charagma to the root word Karax, and then there's one more root word, grapho. It says to write, to delineate, to commit to writing, write down, record, or record. It says to grave, especially to write, figuratively to describe. Oh, this is a real thing, and it will come in the form of the RFID micro C-hip. This is what we're here to warn the people about. So Revelation 13 and 16 from the top. And he caused of all, a mandate caused to make the author of a thing to constitute, to appoint, excuse me, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. This is a global agenda. They're going to try, but guess what? The elect are not going to take it. Some people are not in the elect who won't take it, but the elect definitely won't take it. Small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Going to that word, right hand. Right hand, dexios. Right hand, metaphorically a place of honor or authority. The right side, dekomai, it says to take with the hand, take hold of, take up, receive. So it doesn't really matter if it's your right hand, your left hand, your forehead, your ass cheek. If you take it, it's going off. It was a word, dextrose. Reminds me of the word dexterity that was associated with one of these. I might have remembered that wrong. But this is Strong's G3359 for the forehead, metapon. And that is the space between the eyes, the forehead. And I did this in a lesson before, but I'll do it again. Meta says referring to itself or the conventions of itself. Okay, no, that's not it. Meta from the Greek means after, beyond, or self-referential, beyond or transcending. Metapon from the Greek meaning forehead. Meta between ops, the eye. So it's no coincidence, going back to this concept of gradualism, how Esau is pushing virtual reality, as a video game, the Neuralink. They're going to be talking about the cognitive function, the ease. There's going to be all types of subtlety and trickery to try to get you to take the MOTB, which Yahweh Bashim Shah will destroy you for taking. He's going to give you a grievous sore in the form of cancer, and you will not be eligible to be saved from the impending doom and destruction coming to America via whatever the Lord has in store for Jacob's trouble, and ultimately that thermonuclear destruction. So, with that, call Halayim La Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bashim Chakodash. Double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And until the next time, Shalom.